Well, we are talking a little bit more about holiday decor right now, and we have another celebrity designer here. It's Kimberley Seldon.
Hey, everybody. Good morning.
My star.
She's sweet. That's why we like hanging out with you.
Yeah. I like when you visit. So you are going to show us, 5 holiday DIY projects that you can get involved in. I find the holidays are a good time for people to get in there and get their hands dirty. There's a lot of traditions and a lot of things people want to repeat year after year. So sometimes that's a DIY project.
Yeah,
right?
and even for people like me, really, I'm not a crafter, but the holidays is one time of the year when I kind of get excited about what sort of homespun things I might do.
Right.
So these are all great ideas that are currently in the Chatelaine issue. All the instructions are online, but I'm going to start over here with gift wrapping. This is my personal favorite thing in the whole world to do. I can't wait for December 1st. I put on the holiday tunes. I pull out my favorite wrapping paper. When I used to have a big house, I had a wrapping room. Now I have a wrapping closet.
Spelling.
No, it wasn't as big as Candy Spelling.
Maybe
no.
a little bit smaller.
That would be a mini wrapping room to Candy. But anyway, I used to have a room. Now I have a closet, but it's still good enough because I have a table next to it. So I'll look for beautiful paper all year long. And by the way, this paper is not Christmas centric.
Right.
It's not holiday centric. So you can imagine the springtime wrapped with white. This would be really pretty as a shower gift or a birthday gift or something. But it's really been dolled up with ornaments, little gift tags, bits of bow and ribbon. So I'll save all those extra bits and I put them in color-coded jars. I'm weird like that.
Oh,
so
cool.
I
Actually,
literally
you're cool like that.
I have my red ribbon
that.
separated from my white ribbon and my brown ribbon. So I get really creative and I do have a lot of fun. And I think the reality is what you spend is not nearly so important as how much effort you put into coming up with the idea maybe. And I think gift wrapping matters. So I would much prefer a token that's beautifully presented to an expensive gift in a bag that came from the store it was from. Do you know what I mean?
I know, I agree.
So
I almost don't care what's in the box.
I know.
Like when it's wrapped like that, it's just beautiful. You don't even want to open it.
You know what, I've been doing the magazine thing for so long and the TV thing, there's almost never anything in the box.
I know.
That's kind of shocking, but that's the truth. There you go.
Sad.
So here's another project. Now, I would not consider this a beginner's DIY project, though I do think it's beautiful. It's a wreath. It started with a styrofoam underbelly, and then what can only be described as a doily is wrapping it.
Yeah.
So you didn't know what to do with your doilies? This is for you. And she's made these paper pinwheels and attached them with lights, and then of course you can hang it in the bedroom, on a mirror, probably anywhere but the front door because the paper's going to get wet and it's not going to hold up.
Yeah, this is a little bit more fragile, but that is a gorgeous idea.
Now, this next one of my favorites. Tanya List is a floral designer, and I love going to the florist. In Toronto, we go to Avondale. Wherever you live, you know who that florist is who sells loose cut flowers.
Yeah.
So she's created a single centerpiece here using Carolina cedar. This is asavitum, some sort of berry, I don't know, and a little bit of fern. Now, what Tanya says she likes to do is she'll just go to the store and see what's in season and get a bit of this and a bit of this and a bit of this. Me, not so much. I'm worried I'm going to run out. Maybe I'm going to misjudge it. So what I'll do is I'll actually take the vessel that I'm going to use with me, and I'll get the flower store to do all the cutting and arranging with me in the store.
That's so smart.
I know, isn't that great?
That's a good idea.
It takes a little bit of time, but it saves hours once you get back home of cutting and trying to make it look perfect. So,
because you're a little bit like me, like Sandra Patana would want to do the cutting and putting together herself,
right?
Whereas I just need it to look pretty.
I want it to be beautiful.
I just want it to be beautiful.
I'm good with having an assistant do the hard labor. I've come to learn that about myself. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, and you're okay with that.
Yeah, like I'm here
own
behind all these beautiful things, but didn't do any of this design.
Yeah,
so it's
and that's
perfect for
okay.
me. So Tanya's suggestion, and I think it's a smart one, is once you come up with what your main centerpiece is, there are often places around the house, the powder room, the guest hall, that you want to have other smaller arrangements.
Yes.
So use the same ingredients in small ways, and you don't have to use all the ingredients at once. This vase over here just has a bit of the cedar and the dangly whatever that is. This one's more full, so I think that's a good way to create a flow for your party. So your main table centerpiece has all of the elements, and then around the house just some of the elements.
Spread it out a little bit, and what's great about these is they're going to last.
They're going to last a really long time.
Really long time.
As will this fabulous mantelpiece. Now this is called Rough Luxe, and it's kind of a style we've been hearing about. It's a bit masculine, but relatively easy, I would say. Boxwood all over the mantel, and then you scatter throughout whatever objects you have, little cups, beautiful tapers. In this case, most of it is kind of a yellow gold, and it creates a really lush landscape, and something obviously needs to go on the mantle. I've got a paper mache deer head that I love. I've seen them in bamboo. I've seen them spray painted hot pink.
Yeah.
So you can really create a look that's iconically Canadian but interesting. And this was Christine from Love the Design.
Very
Beautiful
nice.
store.
And I like the fact that it's sort of haphazard and masculine. It looks great.
This one I could do.
I can do this too.
I can do this.
And
If we can do it, you can do it. Yeah.
This the fireplace.
Yes,
right?
beautiful. And then the last idea over here is a cardboard tree cutout. Now, I've done some similar things that become sort of a guest book. So in a front hall, let's say you're having a party, you might have some markers, some glitter markers out. Everybody could sign the tree as they enter. You can hang your Christmas cards on it. I think this is a little bit more ambitious, not necessarily something I'm going to attempt unless I'm having a party and I want it as a showpiece.
Be fun for the kids,
but fairly
right?
simple to make, I would say. And again, all the instructions at Chatelaine.com. 5 days of Christmas, but in the magazine there are 12 days of Christmas. So
there you go.
Even more for you to love.
Okay, very nice. So thank you so much for these ideas. I love them, no matter
right?
who made them.
I love the
They're all
holidays.
good. Yeah.